Greetings to all the viewers. Pyrazole is the compound is taken as a topic for the discussion for the day. Here, pyrazole is the compound where you can locate a five-membered cyclic ring system with the two nitrogen heteroatoms at the position number 1 and 2. The session is powered by AI, artificial intelligence powered session it will be, and it is systematically named by the IUPAC. IUPAC stands for International Union for Pure and Applied Chemistry. In accordance with the IUPAC, 1, 2 diazacyclopenta 2, 4 diene. This is the IUPAC name for the compound. Pyrazole is a name provided. So diazole is the name you can designate for this kind of five-member ring system. And here is the three-dimensional representation of the compound where position number 1 and 2 located with the nitrogen's heteroatoms and three carbons and consecutive hydrogen linkage is also present on those carbon atoms. This is the way the topic for the day will be pyrazole. Let me enter into the session. Introduction is provided initially. Later, we will enter into the concept of synthesis, how the synthetic strategy is provided on the laboratory platform, how many laboratory viable synthetic methodologies adopted for this pyrazole to be discussed over there, and what could be the physical properties in general, what will be the material and how it smells, how can we soluble the compound in the suitable solvent, what could be the melting point, boiling point, these general discussion provided in case of physical properties, and what kind of chemical reactivity whenever it is supposed to be treated with various chemical reagents. Chemical reagents added, being pyrazole is a key a precursor for the synthesis of so many heterocyclic systems. So chemical reactivity plays a vital role. And eventually we will go through potential applications where we can apply this pyrazole. After the synthesis, we need to get its application. Without application, any compound would go to the waste, right? That's the reason why applicability add the importance, add the significance to the compound so that potential applications to be discussed in detail. So this is the way we are going to discuss about the session regarding the pyrazole molecule. First of all, let me provide a brief intro regarding this pyrazole molecule. Pyrazole is a five-membered heterocyclic ring system, and there are two adjacent nitrogen atoms in the ring. Two adjacent nitrogen atoms are located at the position 1 and 2. Its molecular formula is designated as C3H4N2. C3H4N2 meant for three carbon atoms and two nitrogens are located, and all three carbons linked with three hydrogens. In addition, one of the nitrogen also linked with the hydrogen. That is the reason why C3H4N2 is the molecular formula for the compound. It is a key structural component in many biological active compounds and pharmaceuticals as well, right? So many compounds which are constituted by pyrazole are taken into the consideration. And what are the potential pharmaceutical as curatives, as the disease reducing agents? We are going to discuss about them, right? So structure of the pyrazole. If you want to discuss about the structure, it is the five-membered ring structure with the two heteroatoms at position 1 and 2 with the nitrogen as the heterocyclic heteroatoms. Obviously, it is planar in nature. Being it is aromatic, planarity is the compulsory condition over there. And unsaturated ring system it will be. Unsaturation stands for wherever compound existing with pi bonds within, that is said to be unsaturated one, and moreover there is a conjugation, double bonds and single bonds alternatively arranged. Two nitrogens located within the ring system are the position 1 and 2. Position 1 and 2 are accompanied by two heteroatom nitrogen atoms. This is the way structure of the pyrazole is described. Let me go to the significance. Why pyrazole? We need to study about this compound. What is the role of this pyrazole in the field of various application pathora towards the society, towards the human being, towards the material science, towards the agrochemical, right? So that is the reason why here the significance of pyrazole slide is included. Here is the pyrazole. You can go through two nitrogens over there with a five membered ring structure where it is having the activity as anti-hepatotoxic. Anti-hepatotoxic stands for whatever liver damaging agents are present. Effective liver curation is possible by means of this pyrazole. Effective liver curative it will be. And MAO inhibitor. MAO inhibitor is nothing but where the nervous system functioning is becoming suppressed and the brain functioning becoming suppressed, so that so that the person will become depressed one. Anxiety and depression conditions which are induced due to this MAO, and that kind of conditions will be mitigated, and moreover we are going to induce the activeness in the brain functioning so that it is working like a antidepressant, right? Pyrazole is a kind of antidepressant as well. Antioxidant is nothing but radical inhibitor. It will be oxidative agents that can be mitigated in terms of parasitic organisms, so that disease causing organisms will be vanished out. Analgesic in the sense the kind of drug which able to curate a kind of pain, severe pain conditions, even after injury, even after surgery. Those people who are suffering with the disease, with the pain, severe pain, that conditions will be effectively reduced by means of this pyrazole, so that it is the effective analgesic one. Anti-cancer, whatever malignant cancer cells will be there due to uncontrolled cell division, which are looks like a tumors, a kind of bunch type of molecule will be originated. Those cancers are spreading over, so that entire body organs will be damaged very worstly, so that it is very acute disease all over the world. A kind of cancer can be best effectively curated by means of this pyrazole related auxiliaries, and it is the kind of CDK inhibitor. CDK is the kind of enzyme secreted by the pathogenic microorganisms, which able to reduce that neurological functioning, so that neurodegeneration is possible. That neurodegeneration can be effectively inhibited by means of this pyrazole. Let me introduce another anti-proliferative. It is also the kind of cancer one only. Malignant tumors will be effectively mitigated by means of this pyrazole. And anti-leishmanic agent. Leishmania is a kind of parasitic infection which is caused by leishmania kind of pathogens. Those are parasitic organisms which able to induce the infections whichever shown in the slide, and that kind of diseases, infectious diseases, effectively curated by these kind of pyrazole related drugs. And next is about antibiotic. Sorry, not antibiotic. BRAF inhibitor. BRAF inhibitor is nothing but the BRAF is a kind of enzyme secreted by the microorganism causing cancer. So cancer curation is also possible by means of this one. And next is about agrochemicals, right? So even in the field of croplands, agricultural croplands, disease causing organisms effectively curated by means of this pyrazole molecule, so that it is a kind of agrochemical. Alpha reductase inhibitor, there is a kind of pathogenic microorganism secreting, so that these many kind of adverse effects destroyed by means of the effective pharmacophore called the pyrazole. This is the way a significance of pyrazole or detailed manifestation is provided within the slide. Let me go with some other extendable significant applications of pyrazole provided in the slide. Apixaban. Apixaban stands for anticoagulant. Anticoagulant means what? The coagulation stands for whenever blood is clotting. Blood clots are causing, there is a disturbance in the pumping of the blood from the heart to various organs, and organs to the heart as well. That's the reason why pumping of blood will become difficult. Clots may cause the difficulty in the oxygen circulation, and moreover that used to induce the functioning of heart cardiovascular diseases may be possible. Apixaban is the kind of drug effective pharmacophore will be the pyrazole itself, which is manifested, which is highlighted in the blue color shade. And here are some other kind of saturated pyrrolidine nucleus you can notice, and benzene moiety is also included within the ring system. But it is effective pharmacophore will be the pyrazole, which is working like an anticoagulant. Clots wherever present within the blood vessels, they get they get cleared, so that it is the kind of anticoagulant. Clots of the blood will be destroyed and the blood pumping will become more effective, right? Let me go with the second drug agent, axitinib. Axitinib stands for ib wherever present, that is obviously go for the curation of cancer. So that the kind of drug whichever mentioned, it is the benzo-fused pyrazole, benzopyrazole we can say. And moreover, sulfur is also there as a bridging agent among this benzopyrazole and benzamide. And here is the pyridine moiety, which is joined with the pyrazole through the conjugation, so that it is effective oxytinib. Trade name provided as oxytinib and effective against the renal cell carcinoma, right? So again, it is the cancer reducing drug it will be, so that effective anti-cancer agent. Let me go through another kind of molecule, drug auxiliary you can see. So that is regardanosone. Regardanosone is a coronary vasodilator. Coronary vasodilator is nothing but wherever blood veins are present, blood veins are very small membrane covered tubes. They're used to pump the blood in the entire human organs and even tiny cells in everywhere. Blood circulation is very essential from every minute the circulation is continuous process. Even brain requires higher content of the blood circulation, because whatever oxygen we are consuming, around 20% oxygen consumed by brain itself. That's the reason why the entire body organs requires oxygenated blood even every minute. That's the reason why circulation is a continuous process. At that condition, sometimes what happens, that kind of vessels will become contracted. Whenever contraction of the blood vessels are possible, circulation will become more difficult, and blood circulation sometimes may stop due to the contraction of the vessels. At that instance, whenever we are administrating the drug like this pyrazole derivative called regardanosone, which used to dilate the size. Whenever dilation is possible, dilation is nothing but which used to enhance the size of veins or vessels, blood vessels, so that pumping of blood will become more sufficient, so that kind of heart related coronary diseases, cardiovascular diseases will be mitigated, so that it is a kind of coronary vasodilator, right? Regardanosone. Let me go with another pyrazole derivative. You can clearly observe, and here is the 8-membered ring with again nitrogen heteroatom, and both are joined together by amide linkage, and an alkylated benzopyrazole was taken over there, which is called ganisatron. Ganisatron is an antidepressive agent. Just now we discussed antidepressive agent meant for which able to activate the brain, and a positive thinking levels will be enhanced, depression conditions will be reduced, and anxiety will be reduced by the administration of the kind of drug called a granisetron. Granisetron is the drug which used to activate the brain functioning, so that depression conditions will be mitigated. Let me introduce another drug which is mentioned over here, that is benzene. Another one is dinitro substituted benzene ring, and another dinitro substitution at dinitrogen substitution at position 1 and 4. This is the saturated ring system, and here you can notice the 3 nitrogens within the same 6-membered ring, and here is the pyrrole, and here is the imidazole, which is the effective pharmacophore. So many heterocyclic rings joined in the single platform, so that it is more intensified. It is more intensified, and which is called evaporatinib. Evaporatinib is the anti-neoplastic. Whenever evaporatinib we are pronouncing, obviously you can understand this is the kind of a cancer curative, so that cancer curative with more number of heterocyclics within, and moreover effective pharmacophore will be the pyrazole, and in conjunction with these many heterocyclic ring systems, so that intensified application with respect to this cancer curation is possible by means of this evaporatinib. right? Let me introduce another one called benzidamine. Benzidamine is the kind of benzopyrazole derivative, and N-benzylated system you can notice, and another third carbon atom is having lengthy alkyl side chain is located. This is called a benzidamine. Benzidamine is the kind of anti-inflammatory. Inflammation, just we discussed about, wherever injured parts are there, wherever muscles got inflexible, muscle contraction is there, at that condition the reddishness with severe pain is possible. Those inflammatory conditions better curated by means of this pyrazole derivative, benzopyrazole in specific. These drugs are effective for these inflammations caused within human being. And this is another drug you can notice where pyrazole is taken, and in addition we have benzo fused dinitrogen containing 6-membered ring, and here is the tertiary amine, and here is the benzene with 2-methoxy, and here is the secondary amine. Erdafitinib. Erdafitinib is the kind of anti-cancer agent it will be. This is also effective curative for the cancer disease, right? Tumor conditions can be better mitigated by these kind of drugs. Allopurinol is the kind of drug where you can observe there is a heterocyclic 5-membered ring, another heterocyclic 6-membered ring is there. Both are constituted by the nitrogen atoms as the hetero atoms only. This is called allopurinol as the trade compound. Works against gout disease. Gout disease caused by the secretion of uric acid into the blood, deposition of the uric acid into the blood, which causes severe pains in bone joints and everywhere. That effectively curated by this kind of pyrazole derivative. All these together are the part of significance of the pyrazole. By this, we gone through the effectiveness of pyrazole in the field of pharmacology, and pharmacological applications were manifested. Now we entered into the segment called synthesis of pyrazole. NOR synthesis is provided. NOR synthesis, so many compounds are synthesized by Palnar synthesis and NOR synthesis. Even pyrrole, furan, thiophene effectively synthesized by means of NOR synthesis only. And we extend the same method for the synthesis of this pyrazole as well. I'm taking 1,3 diketone. This is called 1,3 diketone, and that to be condensed with hydrazine. Hydrazine is the ammonia derivative. One of the hydrogen of ammonia, if replaced with this NH2 again, that is said to be hydrazine. NH2 if present, that is called hydrazine. Hydrazine is working upon this kind of diketone compound positioned at 1,3. Acid catalyzed reaction is going to be performed. Condensation reaction is applied in between, so that they are going to condense in such a manner so that 5-membered ring system pyrazoles are synthesized. This is said to be NOR synthesis. In order to explain that one synthesis, first of all, being it is an acid catalyzed reaction, H positive is initiating the reaction. H positive able to bind with this oxygen lone pair of electrons, so that oxonium ion will be generated. Oxonium, whatever generated, immediately moving the electrons toward the oxygen, generating electrophilic carbon that is suitable for the nucleophilic attachment of the hydrazine with the lone pair of electrons of nitrogen over the carbon, so that there will be a new bond formation with the positive charge and the nitrogen. Subsequent deprotonation by means of water from this nitrogen, retention of lone pair of electrons and the nitrogen are occurred later. The hydroxyl, whichever present, initially it will be a ketonic one. By protonation, it became a hydroxyl. This hydroxyl again protonated, and subsequently removal of the water is possible at this position along with the bonded electrons, so that able to generate carbon nitrogen are double bond. The double bond generated one is called iminium cation. That iminium cation will be subsequently deprotonated by means of water molecule. So that deprotonation is caused, giving rise to this imine linkage is generated. The generated imine, whichever present, will go for the ring cyclization in such a manner. It will participate in the ring cyclization by flipping of the bonds. Let me flip the bonds over there. Whenever bond flipping is occurred, so that that molecule is suitable for the ring cyclization, lone pair of electrons in the nitrogen will participate in this cyclization with this carbon atom. Subsequently, pi bond is moving towards the oxygen, giving rise to a 5-member ring system with the hydroxyl at the position number 3. So this position number 3 hydroxyl and hydrogen from the position number 1 are removed in the form of water. Dehydration will be proceeded. Upon dehydration, there will be a new double bond formation that able to induce the new double bond formation among these two carbon and nitrogen, so that aromaticity will be retained by this molecule. And let me rearrange that kind of double bond, rearrangement of double bond, giving rise to perfect aromatic ring system within. So this is said to be what Knorr synthesis, where hydrazine derivative to be treated with 1,3 diketone under acidified conditions, giving rise to a condensed product called pyrazole. So this is the way pyrazole synthesis is accomplished by Knorr method. Let me introduce another pyrazole synthesis. This is the carboxylic derivative of the pyrazole. You may find 3, 4, 5 tricarboxylic acid upon pyrazole to be heated to higher temperature pyrolytic conditions, 300 degrees centigrade applied. At this higher temperature, this molecule will decarboxylated. Removal of carboxylate ions are possible in the form of carboxylic acid, giving rise to pyrazole as the final product. Later, this is exactly said to be Knorr synthesis. Again, is repeated 1,3-diketone to be condensed with hydrazine by the removal of water, giving rise to substituted pyrazole as the final product. Simply, it is the kind of condensation catalyzed by the acid conditions. Condensation among this 1,3 diketone exactly said to be benzoyl acetone, we can say, and to be condensed with this phenyl hydrazine. Phenyl derivative of hydrazine was taken, and again it is the kind of it is a just extension for this reaction only, so that dehydration is performed in between, giving rise to a kind of cyclic system, so that N-phenyl derivative of pyrazole is generated as a final product. The same reaction will be extended further. I'm taking a kind of ester at one position. This is a kind of ketone, which is called acetoacetic ester. It is the active methylene compound everybody aware about. Acetoacetic ester taken as a starting material to be treated with this phenyl hydrazine. Whenever phenyl hydrazine is supposed to be reacted with the phenyl hydrazine, giving rise to a kind of ketonic compound, ketoenol tautomerism, giving rise to a retention of aromatic moiety within this pyrazole. So this is said to be pyrazolone. Pyrazolone stands for where ketonic moiety is located upon the position number 5. So this is the way acetoacetic ester giving rise to a pyrazole derivative. Let me go with the kind of ethers. So these are said to be ether derivatives and to be treated with hydrazine. Whenever ether derivatives are treating with hydrazine, that will go for the reaction. Again, it is the kind called condensation, and melano-dialdehyde diethyl acetol. Acetol meant for what? Whenever hydroxyl is converted into a kind of O alkyl, so all hydroxyl are substituted, that is said to be acetol. If one OH, one OC2H5 is there, that is called hemiacetol. Here we already replaced all the hydrogens with alkyl, so that it is said to be acetol only, right? So this is the way the starting material might be melano-dialdehyde diethyl acetol and hydrazine. They're again going to condense, giving rise to pyrazole as the final product. Let me go with condensation, and in between the acrolein. Acrolein is said to be vinyl aldehyde. This vinyl aldehyde is supposed to be condensed with the hydrazine derivative Again, the condensation meant for any two moieties are supposed to react, giving rise to a product in addition to the byproduct, that is called a condensation. Here is the condensation among this aldehyde and this amine, so that there is a kind of imine linkage you can observe. There is a hydrazone derivative. Hydrazine, whenever condensed with aldehyde, the derivative generated is called hydrazone. That hydrazone derivative further go for the ring cyclization. So these lone pair of electrons and the nitrogen will proceed for the ring cyclization over the carbon. Pyrazolene, being it is a kind of certain extent saturated, one of the pi bond is missing, so that we can designate it as pyrazolene, to be treated with either bromine or mercury oxide, amalgam oxide. So the oxidation will be accomplished. Oxidation meant for removal of hydrogens, and eventually you can achieve pyrazole as a final product. This is the way acrolein giving rise to pyrazole by series of condensation and subsequent oxidation steps. Let me introduce another starting material for the synthesis of pyrazole, that is called alpha-beta unsaturated carbonyl compound. Alpha-beta unsaturated carbonyl compound to be taken, and phenylhydrazine is another starting material. In most of the synthetic routes, you can observe hydrazine is the common reagent going to add upon a carbonyl compound, right? So this is the way 3-bromochalcone is the one of the starting material to be condensed with the phenylhydrazine, and eventually you can notice arylated pyrazole. Arylated pyrazole, nothing but all phenyl groups are going to substitute upon pyrazole, which is said to be triphenyl pyrazole, right? So this is the way synthetic plethora regarding pyrazole were completed. So many methods introduced for laboratory scale synthesis of pyrazole. Let me discuss about physical properties of pyrazole. What general physical properties are possible? If you observe that either white or pale yellow color crystalline solid, you can clearly observe this is the pyrrole, that is a crystalline material either existing in a white or pale yellow in color. Molecular weight signed for this pyrazole molecule will be 68.08 gram per mole. 1 mole of the compound weighs 68.08 grams. This could be the molecular weight. And the melting of this pyrazole is possible at the range of 66 to 70 degrees. So that conveniently at the room temperature existing in a solid one, because melting point is beyond that room temperature, you have to heat up to 70, then only it will melt, right? So its melting point is around 70 degrees. Boils at the temperature of 186 to 188 degrees centigrade. So this is said to be a boiling point of this pyrazole. And the density, being it is a solid, obviously density will be higher than water, and 1.2 gram per centimeter cube will be the density of the molecule. And two nitrogens are inducing polarity to the molecule. Obviously, it will go for the solubility in a water, alcohol like ethanol and methanol. Even ether able to dissolve this pyrazole molecule. And odor, being a compound is composed by the nitrogen, so that aromatic odor will be there. That characteristic nitrogen resembling odor also possible for that one. And pKa is interesting again because of the two nitrogen atoms. One of the nitrogen contributing basic character, another nitrogen contributing acidic character within the molecule, so that pyrazole is a blend of acidic and basic together, that is said to be amphoteric in nature. Basic nature contributing pKa value of 2.5, and acidic nature contributing nitrogen pKa value will be 14.2, right? Stability. Obviously, it is a compound of aromatic, so that existing stability will be extremely larger, and that compound is not susceptible for addition, rather always go for the electrophilic substitution only, and resist towards the oxidation and hydrolysis under normal conditions. We are not supposed to oxidize that molecule under normal conditions, and moreover, it is having natural tendency to absorb the moisture, which is said to be hygroscopicity. Water absorbing tendency will be larger if it is placed in the open air, absorb the water and will swell, and its quantity will be raised, and water absorbing tendency will be higher for this molecule. By these physical properties of the pyrazole were accomplished. Now let me discuss about the chemical properties of pyrazole. What could be the chemical properties, right? Pyrazole is said to be aromatic. How can you say pyrazole is aromatic? Let me give the brief reason behind this aromaticity of the pyrazole. You can observe clearly it is a planar five-membered ring system. Planarity is one of the important criteria for this aromaticity. And in either, it must obey the Huckel rule, 4n plus 2 pi electron system should be present. In accordance, it is existing with the 6 pi electron system so that it is the part of aromatic molecule. That part is also satisfied. And next, all the atoms whichever included in the ring are sp2 hybridized. This is also the important characteristic, right? Even nitrogens and carbon taking part of sp2 hybridization only. And one of the lone pair and the nitrogen, number one nitrogen, are taken part of the aromatic delocalization. In either nitrogen lone pair electrons position number 2 are not taken part of delocalization, right? So this is the way there is a ambiguity between the nature of two nitrogen atoms. One is acidic and either is basic respectively, right? So this is the way, the reasons behind. One is cyclic nature, one is planarity, in either is 6 pi electron system, in either is delocalization and sp2 hybridization, stability, Huckel rule obeying. These many factors are satisfying that pyrazole is aromatic in nature. Let me go. Why pyrazole is amphoteric in nature? Why it is said to be amphoteric? Amphoteric means for it acts like an acid at some instant and base in another instant. The compound is said to be amphoteric, right? So there are two nitrogen atoms. Both are alike. Alike stands for both are not same. One of the nitrogen with the lone pair of electrons are taking part of this delocalization. That is, these lone pair of electrons not available for donation, so that this nitrogen is not basic, rather it is acidic. Whatever H is there, hydrogen is there on the nitrogen is freely available for the donation, right? And let me introduce the nitrogen number 2, where lone pair of electrons are there outside. These lone pair of electrons are released to any acid whichever present, so that the second nitrogen inducing basicity, first nitrogen is inducing acidity for the compound. Number one nitrogen is freely releasing H plus, so that acidic in nature, and number two nitrogen, in accordance with the Lewis concept, it is a basic in nature. This is the way amphoteric nature is better justified. Let me give the reactivity towards this hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid is meant for water. It is meant for a compound of acidic, mineral acid it will be. Being secondary nitrogen, a lone pair of electrons are feasible for the donation, so that it able to form a salt with hydrochloric acid, which is said to be pyrazole hydrochloric acid salt. This indicates the basicity of the position number 2 nitrogen. Let me go with the acylation. Pyrazole is pyrazole is supposed to be reacted with acetic anhydride. It is the better acylating agent, so that hydrogen and the nitrogen will be better replaced with this acetyl, giving rise to N-acetyl pyrazole as the product. N-acetyl pyrazole will be generated. This is said to be acylation reaction, right? Rather than ring acylation, it is the side chain acylation, right? And let me go with benzylation. Benzylation means for benzoyl chloride. Benzyl chloride is a benzylating agent to be treated with this pyrazole molecule, so that N-benzylation is accomplished. Nitrogen will be benzylated. One benzyl pyrazole will be the final product. Let me react this N-phenyl 5-methyl pyrazole. 5-methyl N-phenyl pyrazole to be treated with CaMnO4. CaMnO4 is said to be what? Oxidizing agent, and moreover it is a strong oxidizing agent. Wherever side chain alkyl is there, that better oxidized into a corresponding carboxylic acid, so that 1-phenyl pyrazole 5-carboxylic acid will be originated by means of oxidation in the presence of potassium permanganate. Let me treat the polycarboxylic pyrazole. 3,4,5 tricarboxylic acid compound was taken to be heated at the temperature 200 so that carboxylic acids will be decarboxylated, giving rise to carbon dioxide as the byproduct. At the position number 3 is also removed whenever heating, still rising the temperature to 300. So that all decarboxylations accomplished and giving rise to pyrazole unsubstituted as the final product. This is said to be decarboxylation reaction. Let me treat N-phenyl pyrazole with the sodium dissolving in C2H5OH. This metal in ethanol is a better reducing agent. This sodium in it dissolving in ethanol able to reduce the position number 4 and 5. Position number 4 and 5 pi bond giving rise to dihydro. So partial reduction it could be dihydro derivative of pyrazole. Dihydro derivative will be generated. Right. So whenever hydrogen treated in the presence of catalyst, so initially first double bond will be disappeared. Again, I'm going to continue the reduction further, giving rise to completely saturated one, which is called pyrazolidine. This is said to be pyrazolidine. Pyrazolidine will be generated. And this is the brief intro regarding the electrophilic substitution. Whenever pyrazole is supposed to be treated with this SO2Cl3, it is the chlorinating agent, a kind of thionyl chloride derivative. And whenever chlorination is performed upon, that is more susceptible for the position number 4. Fourth position is chlorinated, giving rise to 4-chloropyrazole as the final product. Bromination is also accomplished at the same manner in dioxane solvent, giving rise to 4-bromopyrazole. At the position 4, only electrophilic substitution will be accomplished. Let me nitrate by means of nitrating mixture, concentrated nitric acid and sulfuric acid together operated upon pyrazole, giving rise to 4-nitropyrazole as the final product. Nitration is supposed to be done on the pyrazole by treating with nitration mixture. Nitronium ion is selectively attached to the position number 4, giving rise to 4-nitropyrazole as the final product. Pyrazole to be sulfonated in the presence of sulfuric acid. HSO3 moiety will be attached at the position number 4, giving rise to pyrazole 4-sulfonic acid. Sulfur trioxide will be the neutral electrophile for this kind of sulfonation process. Let me perform this halogenation. Initially, I am performing chlorination by treating with thionyl chloride or else chlorine gas directly upon this pyrazole. Chloronium ion is the electrophile to be substituted at the position number 4. And bromination is performed dissolving bromine in dioxane solvent so that bromonium ion will be substituted at the position number 4 for bromopyrazole as the final product. Metal complexes are also obvious with these pyrazole molecules because of the nitrogen lone pair of electrons. It works like a ligand and forms a coordinate covalent bonds with different metals like nickel, iron and copper. Nickel complexes are manifested in this slide, which are having important biological applications. Let me perform this chloromethylation. Chloromethylation stands for whenever I am treating with formaldehyde in addition to hydrochloric acid. Formaldehyde, hydrochloric acid together go for chloromethylation reaction so that N-alkyl N-hydrogen will be replaced with this CH2OH so that this is said to be alcohol. Alcohol will be substituted over the nitrogen. After getting that one, there is a probability to achieve this kind of formulation at the position number 4 as well. That position number 4 and the position number 1 together can be substituted. There are two probabilities you can observe. One is N alkylation or else at the position number 4 or else 1 and 4 together substituted by this kind of a formulating agent. This is the way chloromethylation will be accomplished. And let me treat N-phenyl pyrazole with this formaldehyde in the presence of hydrochloric acid. Already first position got super substituted by this phenyl, so it is protected completely. Obviously, there is a free position available is the position number 4 giving rise to CH2Cl. If you go with the formaldehyde and hydrochloric acid giving alcohol as the product, whenever formaldehyde and hydrochloric acid on this in phenylpyrazole giving rise to chloroproduct will be achieved. There is a difference you can notice. Let me go with the what formulation which is said to be Welsmeyer-Hack formulation. In specific, it is the named formulation reaction. For that, pyrazole to be treated with this DMF, and then dimethyl formamide is the DMF reagent, and POCl3, phosphorus oxychloride, is the another reagent to be added. These two are generating a kind of carbene intermediate, and to be attached at the position number 4, and subsequently it hydrolyzed giving rise to aldehyde as the final product. So formylation is the characteristic by means of this Welsmeyer-Hack formylation. The reagent together to be added are DMF and phosphorus oxychloride. DMF stands for N-dimethyl formamide it will be, and phosphorus oxychloride giving rise to corbylation or else formylation at the position number 4. And mercuration is achieved upon this pyrazole upon treating with mercury chloride in the presence of sodium acetate, that able to generate mercury chloride at the position number 4, which is called mercury chloride. So mercury chloride derivative, this is the reaction with metal again. Reaction with metal is possible at the position number 4 again, giving rise to mercury chloride at the position number 4. And let me go for the alkylation reaction. Alkylation is possible by treating with the reagent methyl iodide. Methyl iodide is going to work upon this nitrogen whichever free. Already first position is blocked by phenyl. So N-phenyl pyrazole is taken as a starting material to be treated with methyl iodide obviously. The second nitrogen is alkylated. Whenever second nitrogen is alkylated, what happens? Lone pair of electrons are taking part of bond formation between the nitrogen and carbon, forming quaternary nitronium cation. The quaternary nitronium cation will be better electrically neutralized by means of iodide, so that it is the kind of salt form. Salt will be originated later. Let me add potassium hydroxide upon this salt. Whenever potassium hydroxide is added, immediately it will go for the ring opening reaction. Ring will be opened. Whichever two nitrogens present, those are converted into a kind of hydrazine. This part is becoming a hydrazine derivative, and the leftover part, whichever 3 carbon part will be there, they individually converted into what? Formic acid molecules. This is ring opening. Vigorous reaction will be occurred and giving rise to cleavage of the ring. And effect of heating. Let me heat a pyrazole molecule in the presence of copper powder. So that ring contraction reaction will be possible wherever nitrogen molecules are present. These nitrogens are decomposed in such a manner nitrogen gas is evolved. Whatever 3 carbons are located within the molecule, they will be concised and contracted, giving rise to 3-member ring system. So that ring contraction, it is the kind of decomposition reaction giving rise to nitrogen gas, and the subsequent 3-membered cyclopropane derivative is also available. This is possible by means of heating in the presence of powder copper. And by this, we successfully completed the various chemical reactions, chemical reactivity of the pyrazole. Let me introduce the application patterns of this pyrazole, where you can apply this pyrazole. Antipyrine or phenazone is the kind of molecule. Antipyrine stands for, within the name it is manifested that it is the better drug working against pyretic conditions. It is the antipyretic agent. Whenever the people who are suffering with the fever conditions, fever is present, rising the temperature of the body, so that metabolism is becoming difficult and a person will become very weak, that is called antipyretic that is called fever conditions. Whenever the person suffering with fever, antipyretic agent is effective in order to regulate the body temperature, right? So the kind of drug which is composed by this pyrazolone, and N-phenyl derivative you can locate in methyl as well. And position number 5 is attached with the methyl. Together it is mentioned as Phenazone as well, because phenyl ring is the part of this pyrazole. It is called phenazone or else antipyrine as well. This is the way, the kind of drug which used to cure the fever conditions. Let me introduce another drug which is called aminophenazone, aminopyrine again. So aminophenazone meant for the pyrazolone derivative again. Nitrogen is phenylated, in either nitrogen is methylated and methyl is there again. Only the excessive quantity with respect to the starting one will be the NN dimethyl group introduced at the position number 4. Whenever NN dimethyl group is there, in addition to the pyrolytic conditions, in addition to the fever relieving condition, it also meant for painkiller. So it is meant for the painkiller as well. So that used to treat the acute migraine conditions whenever the people suffering with the severe headache. At that condition, it is the better curative. Migraine can be better curated by this aminophenazone in combination with ergotamine and caffeine. These two together are able to amplify the pain relieving nature of the compound. Celecoxib. Celecoxib is a kind of drug which used to relieve the pain conditions, renderedness and swelling, and in specific rheumatoid arthritis. Rheumatoid arthritis nothing but whenever bone skeleton will be there slightly deformed, and moreover severe pain conditions are caused by that one, which is called celecoxib. Celecoxib is composed by pyrazole, and nitrogen is alkylated, nitrogen is benzylated over there. And another position number 5 is also again substituted by this phenyl, and trifluoromethyl group is there at the position number 3. This is called celecoxib and more effective for relieving the pains, tenderness and swellings whenever present, inflammations whenever present, osteoarthritis, bone related problems, bone weakening problems, rheumatoid arthritis, joint pains whenever the people are suffering with, all these can be effectively curated by celecoxib. Sulfafenazole. Sulfafenazole mean for this pyrazole of effective pharmacophore located, and here is the in phenyl group you can locate, and here is the sulfonamide moiety in between. Sulfonamide moiety is more effective for the kind of pathogenic microorganisms, and in addition to sulfonamide there is a amplification factor that is pyrazole. Structure activity relationship will amplify the reactivity of this agent against the bacterial infection, so that various bacterial infections better curated by sulfafenazole drug. Fomipizole. Fomipizole is the kind of agent you can clearly observe a pyrazole with only one substitution at the position 4-methyl. 4-methyl pyrazole is said to be fomipizole. Fomipizole is meant for what? Antidote. Antidote is nothing but any person who is suffering with a kind of a toxic effect or poisonous effect of some any other drug. So that we are supposed to add another drug called antidote, which used to detoxify the agent, the people who are suffering with. Detoxifying agents are called antidotes. Whenever the people are suffering with ethylene glycol or else methanol poisoning, the people consumed ethylene glycol or else ethanol, immediately you have to provide fomipizole, so that toxic effect of that methanol will be reduced, so the detoxification is possible by this chemical treatment, right? So this is the way it works like a better antidote against a kind of ethylene glycol and methanol. And metamizole. Metamizole is an antipyretic and analgesic drug. Antipyretic means for the fever relieving condition. Analgesic is nothing but relieve the pains. Wherever pains are present, those pains better relieved by a kind of drug. Metamizole is composed by N-phenylated pyrazole, and moreover, you can notice the ketonic group at the position 5. And here is the sulfonic acid moiety. Sulfonamide again, you can say nitrogen in direct contact with sulfur, and it is in the form of acid. So this entire again there is a pharmacophore application because of the combination of pyrazole and the sulfonamide moiety together, so that this is effective against the fever conditions and pain relieving conditions again. By this, we successfully completed the entire session pertaining to the pyrazole, where pyrazole molecule is present, and what are the general properties of that one. Can we find any synthetic procedures for the manufacturing of pyrazole in the laboratory platform? How many kind of methodologies are there in order to synthesize the pyrazole, and what properties it is exhibiting, why it is said to be aromatic, why it is said to be amphoteric, what electrophilic substitution it able to react, and what kind of other probabilities of the chemical reactivity we have, and how many ways you can apply pyrazole in various fields included with the pharmaceuticals and agrochemicals as well. These many topics are elaborated in a detailed manner with the authentic information, with the detailed chemical processes, so that I believe the session is more informative in nature. The people who are very serious and curious toward the examinations like competitives and entrance examinations in the field of chemistry, in the field of pharmacy, this will be more informative in nature. The people who are seriously working in heterocyclic, those who are scholars and researchers in the field of chemistry and academicians in the field of chemistry, especially heterocyclic compounds, especially organic chemistry, the kind of session is more informative in nature. The session conducted by Dr. Kavita Kothireddy Kottam. Hopefully, you received the content in the positive manner and you enjoyed the session with the contentful information. And if you subscribe and share with your aspirants, so that I will get more inspiration to conduct such a kind of sessions in the near future, so that we will continue in the same pattern with high enthusiasm. So thank you very much for your patience listening.